Two people are now in police custody this morning in connection with the deadly mass shooting on South Street. We want to get to Steve, who is the latest on who's been arrested and also who had permits for weapons.
Well, one of the people is the guy we showed you in this video that we ran all day yesterday, and that is Rashad Vereen. He's 34. He was walking with his 34-year-old friend, Greg Jackson, when Jackson pulled out the gun, and Vereen is seen slugging a young man in the face. That young man ended up getting shot, but both he and Greg Jackson had legal guns, permits to carry them, so that's how this whole thing starts. And Vereen and an 18-year-old picked up by U.S. Marshals yesterday and provided us pictures of their second arrest of the 34-year-old. And so these two first suspects arrested, only charged with attempted murder. The killer of the innocent victims still out there because they learned that that was a .40 caliber gun that killed Alexis Quinn. Now, getting to the Alexis Quinn story, here was a shocker that we learned yesterday morning as soon as Good Day ended. We met a young man named Eric Walsh who was working at O'Neill's Pub, and he was outside on the sidewalk moving everybody in when there was a bunch of commotion. And he tells us he watched Alexis Quinn get shot and killed. And then he watched something even more that disturbed him. As the police put her in the car, he says the crowd would block the police, F the police, they were yelling to the cops, and not letting them rush her to the hospital.
I heard pop, 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 and I went, those aren't firecrackers, as everybody started to run every which way. And then the girl came across the street, and unfortunately, she died right there, right in front of me. They picked her up right there.
Right there.
And they put her in the they put her in the RMP.
Yeah.
And they surrounded the car and they wouldn't let them get through. And all they kept saying was, "Fuck the police." Are you kidding me, dude? They picked her up, they wrapped her in a blanket, and they picked her up, and they wouldn't let her go. They wouldn't let them go through. Even though the sergeant told me she was DOA. Are you kidding me right now? Fuck the police. Everybody hates the police until they need the police. Makes me sick to my stomach.
All right, so that is very disturbing. So the 18-year-old, police didn't have to look hard to find him. He was in the hospital. He is the young man that police told us about almost instantly, that told us that this young man was seen by an officer responding to the shooting, and he sees this guy with an extended magazine on a gun shooting into the crowd. The officer fires at him after telling the guy 3 times to put the gun down. He hits the 18-year-old Karan Garner in the hand, forcing him to drop the gun and stop shooting. That officer saved countless lives, likely, because that extended magazine means it has 30, 40 bullets in there. He could have kept firing into a crowd, and we could have more than 3 people killed here. So, terrific aim, terrific instincts, terrific everything by that Philadelphia police officer, guys.